Yes. I'm back. Welcome back. Tanya 23 Experience. Well, right now, I haven't had a chance to make any public comments about the state of affairs of various areas going on right now. We have upheaval, we have disdain, we have violations, wickedness of all kinds, and for a goddess, it's been quite hard to stick around here. Let's face it, family. There's a lot going on in this world we live in. So much. I don't think there has ever been a time where there was this much going on. And so, we must be very careful with our observations, because as the great group that I love so much called Take Six, as they said, things are moving fast, but hold on tight and you will last. And take it from me, someday we will all be free. That actually reminds me of another thing that happened. We had Flavor Flav sing the national anthem. That was another thing. It's so much, so as it comes up in my mind, I'll begin to give my comments. And when I first saw Flavor, I said, what the heck am I singing right now? And I checked it out. And at the end, I said, what the heck did I just see right now? Because see, I was going all the way back into excuse me, the Public Enemy days. And when I saw him, I said, that doesn't fit. So I've been very cautious on making judgments on different happenings because it's so volatile, and you must be careful of who you give your opinions to. They might have something conjured up for you if you don't say what they would like to hear you say. And if anything is known about Tanya 23, she really doesn't give a shit about what people think about her. As long as you don't approach me with any of your chaos, we're fine. We all know in this world, it is hard to stay sucker free. You keep your opinion to yourself, but somehow it gets sucked out of you when you really wanted to mind your business. They made it so impossible for anyone to mind their business on the planet now. Because if you get caught minding your business, you're part of the problem now. So I always, before I begin my judgment, I like to shuffle the cards, and I have an all-set deck, aka Isis, and she is the Queen of Heaven, along with the very first transformation, Serpent. Since we're in Scorpio season, we best better give homage to the goddess. Ashe, Serket, we give homage to you, my dear. Yes, the goddess of healing, number one, and knowledge, number two. And so, the message for mankind as I shuffle and wait for our card to pop out. We have live out loud. Isn't that interesting? That's kind of what I just said. I literally just said. If you're caught keeping your opinions to yourself, now you've got to be part of the problem. Because silence is what ultimately gets you into the flames. We'll just leave it like that. Excuse me, I was taking off my glasses. So this card is card number 31. 3 plus 1 is 4. And the title is Live Out Loud. Live Out Loud. And the goddess here is Yasiji. And let's talk about Yasiji, this goddess. Who resides on page 62. 6 plus 2 is 8. 4, 8. We can also interpret that as 444. That's proof goddess is in the building. For sure. Now, goddess Yasiji, the goddess of living out loud. She is part of the doggone tribe of Mali. The temple is griots. The element is water. Oh, this is a wonderful message, and it is 100% spiritual. Everything is aligning before we've even read it. We are in the season of water. Deep, fixed water at that. And so, it reads, Yasiji has the reputation of being a free-spirited party goddess for the Dogon people of Mali. She was the very first Yasigni. The Yasignis are women empowered to participate in the masked dances. Yasiji's guidance for mankind is express yourself. You have something to say. Share your voice and magic. Express your you-ness. Isn't that what we're doing, family? Give yourself a round of applause for being in cosmic and spiritual alignment this evening. On a Saturday evening at 8:34 p.m., you, my friends, are in alignment. And everyone that visits this recording and listens to it in its entirety is entirely blessed by the goddess and the empress of the skies, Aset, the goddess, the empress of Sirius, Isis, Aset. I call in the name of the goddess every single time. So I just want to say, neither The lack of participation will never hurt or hinder the spiritual destination of this. See, I'm deep and I like it. And it always benefits somebody. So, I bid to be myself at all times. Yesiji, her guidance is express your Eunice. At all costs, be you. All cost of rejection and all cost of merit. Expressing yourself seems to be the most shunned thing right now. Although you're being given tools to express yourself, to be your oneness, share your magic and your Eunice. But at the same time, it has to be in collaboration and on a frequency that is manipulating, because it's not authentic, it's not original. The gift is in the words. The gift is not in the imagery. Sometimes it is when it's intended that way. But a prophetic message, a spiritual message, does not require pleasing your senses. I think we get enough of that in other areas. And so when you get something that comes across your path that is serious, that is on a serious note, sometimes pay attention, because the message that you receive just might be for you. Excuse me. For instance, I'm taking a sip of my smart water, and earlier I was in the midst of others, and I grabbed the smart water, cracked it open, took a sip, and she said, I used to drink smart water, but have you heard some of the things about smart water? I said, well, have you heard some of the things about Fiji water and Deer Park water and all these other water brands that are out there? Guarantee you each brand has its own, carries its own chaotic energy with it about what's wrong with it. Well, newsflash, I think every water source on the planet is a little off, just because of mankind messing with it and trying to recreate it and trying to enhance it and whatever else it tries to do, instead of just letting it be. So now we require not just water, we require extra things to it, like electrolytes and whatnot. But as far as I know, when you have received complete and fresh water, it has electrolytes and all that stuff in it. But apparently we have to add it now because the normal water is lacking it somehow, or some of us need extra, but most of us just need plain water, You have all these different choices and kinds, which leads us back to Goddess Yesiji, when she told you to express yourself. And we were saying in today's times, That's almost impossible 100% because you're going to jolt somebody somewhere. And then they're going to try to make you pay. That's a problem. So your CG's embodiment is the way you express yourself won't make everyone happy. But that's okay. You are not meant to make everyone happy. Living out loud and self-expression look different for everyone. For outgoing extroverts, self-expression may mean dancing on tables and screaming and going nuts, so to speak. And introverts may speak out in other ways and say the louder parts of their personalities for their loved ones. To each his own, but at all costs, express yourself and be yourself. Share your voice. Somebody needs to hear it. I am here to express myself fully this evening. Okay? And so, we have our African goddess message. Now let us see what our Isis oracle has to say for mankind. Because see, that's a little heavier because this goddess it's her time. It's her time now. So she's speaking loud and clear to her children. As any mother would say, if only the children would listen. What would it take? Oh, that card. I'll have to share that with you because of the way it literally projectile and jumped out of the deck. As I said, as I said, as any mother would love to say, if only the children would listen. And out of the deck jumped. See, I was trying to turn my camera on, but my camera's having a Mercury moment. You see how it's not loading up for some reason. And so I just chalked it up to, it's not meant to be. And so we go back and we're fine. But I'm just not able to show you this beautiful card that says that this is the card that jumped out the deck. Stay true and be in your power. Wrong one. Listen, this message is very heavy. I really hope you take the time to listen to it because I'm not going to waste your time. This message is saying, live out loud, be yourself, be in your power, and share what you have to say. Someone needs to hear it. Somebody important at that, right? Sometimes we think we're not important and no one needs to hear from us and we don't have anything of substance to say. Yet when you go online, you see all of these creeps talking, crying and crying and crying about forcing people to support an ideology, a belief, a certain group. What I'm seeing is people actually having an attitude because there are those that choose to stay silent in these times for whatever reason. That is their choice. All the harassment needs to stop. Everybody doesn't have to support your cause, and they don't have to support anything about you under a forced manner. And that's exactly what I'm seeing. But I'm going to get back onto the message that the goddess is giving, and I will come back to what I'm saying shortly. Now, the goddess told you to express yourself. What you have to say is important. What you have to say carries its own weight and worth. Share your voice, share your magic, and express your you-ness. You cannot be you siding with everybody else in their opinions. You let them give you the opinion and express it for you. Say, what the heck is going on around here? Your opinion is your opinion, and you're entitled to it. Again, the way you express yourself and what you express yourself about is not here to agree with everybody. Y'all are going to have to grow up out there. The goddess is getting a little bit perturbed. She's a healer, but she's also a chastiser. And what she's seeing is the pot calling the kettle black, so to speak. And the suggestion is, those that think everybody needs to sign with you, you need to go somewhere and fly a kite. You're not that important. You're not that special that everybody has to side with you and your plight and your agenda, because it isn't to the benefit of everyone else except for you and your agenda. So when it doesn't benefit everyone, and it only benefits a particular group, why would you expect the rest of the world to side with you? I think you have enough. You have accumulated and accumulated. Yes, you had a hard plight just like everybody else did. But it seems as if you think the world should stop for your plight. No, that is not happening. You are going to learn how to live in the world with others. And you are going to learn that you cannot box with the goddess. Just as a child needs to be chastised, you shall be. And the thing about it is, if there's a parent that tells one of their children, you're the chosen one, and the others aren't, you are a bad parent. And you deserve a big foot up your ass. If you think it's okay to walk around the planet thinking that, no, and it's only thinking, because it surely is improving. We are all chosen here. And it's a known fact that biology is going to tell the tale of who is what and what is who. But certainly, no man is going to make that decision. No man that can't be traced on the planet past 6,000 years. How in the world did you get in charge of anything? You're simply still learning who you are here. You have not been here long enough to be calling the shots on the planet. There are rocks here older than you, pebbles, fly carcasses. There are those that have come to the planet, left the planet, and come again, and still don't know who the heck you are. And as the goddess, I think you should be being grateful that you even are here. That you even survived your hardships. There are others that had atrocities just as hard or harder than yours. Who have yet to have any compensation. It's like preschoolers sitting there jumping up and down for their snack before everyone's been served one time. You still jumping up there for seconds, and you saw everybody else didn't even get their first portion yet. But you don't care. You just want what's yours, or what you are claiming. But there's enough for everyone. Goddess talk here. Goddess talk here. There's enough for everyone. And just like a good parent leaves something behind for their children, you're not going to leave no more than what you deserve to have. I'm telling you that right now. Wealth distribution on this planet, I declare, will be adjusted fairly, justly. And it will be according to what the goddess says. She will be fair, for she loves every last one of her children. There is not one of her children that she loves more than the other, but they are all different. She loves them for who they are. You're not going to put any more on it, and you're not going to take anything from that. The last thing a mother is going to sit there and do is watch you annihilate your children. There's a heavy price to pay. So you jump and you buck and you dance and you frolic and you do your little dances. Now, but what you don't know is that you are directly conflicting the futures of your own. Because there will be no life lost that the mother does not seek retribution. For every single massacre that has ever taken place on this planet under the auspice of wealth grabbing, culture stealing, biology manipulation, lie distribution, and so many other atrocities. We'll just put them under that title, atrocities. Well, the goddess is holy, and everyone who enters her presence better be in holiness. Because those that come before her, if your clothes are blood stained as a child, whoever did that to you, my child, shall pay one way or the other. See, I heard somebody say the other day there's no such thing as karma. Oh, that thing kind of gave me chills, because see, there'd be no hope on this planet if there were not universal laws. Can't you see the atrocities man has committed under its own jurisdiction, so it thinks? Thinking a man that does anything wrong to women and children, do they think that they will go unpunished? Let's just cut to the chase. I am your mother, and your mother should always tell you the truth. Your spiritual mother. Don't get it twisted. And don't be stupid. You understand what I'm saying. Because there's a price to pay for playing stupid also. Mother, she is here to show you the right way to live. That's what mothers are supposed to do. And for every mother that's out there in charge of my children, and you're not doing the right thing purposely, don't act like you don't know better, because that's not going to work for you. Don't act like you're not responsible for the children on the earth. Somewhere, some mothers have gone wrong, apparently. Yeah, that's your little boy pressing that button. That's your little boy pulling that trigger. That's your little boy throwing that bomb. That's your little boy robbing that pocketbook. That's your little boy throwing that elderly lady down. That's your little boy raping that girl. That's your little boy sticking his thing into another man, committing sexual acts of atrocities. That's your little boy. That's your little girl out there selling her body. That's your little girl out there dating for slacks. That's your little girl out there taking every drug that's given to her. That's your little girl out there selling her body for whatever reason. That's your little girl out there stealing. That's your little girl out there doing sexual acts. That's her. That's your little girl. So this conversation just took a twist because the goddess, as she looks more into this situation, she's seeing that there's a lot of fault falling on the mothers of the earth. That's a problem, ladies. We're not talking about just black mothers. We're not talking about just white mothers. We're not talking about just any kind of racial mother. We're talking about the mother, period. You instill in the child, and then some of you quit at 18, or you quit at 21, or you quit at whatever age. And some of you have never even been there to go through the ages for whatever reason. Hopefully it is not by something that you chose to do. Because a real mother doesn't choose to leave her children. Not just leave her children, she doesn't choose to not rear them up. And by rear them up, I mean show them the way. Show them how to live, and how to live right, and how to live decent. And the real mother has the same thing she's saying all of their lives. It might come out in different words at times, in different tones, but a real mother is saying the same thing all the time. For every stage of your life, the mother has a role. That's why they become grandmothers and great-grandmothers. Apparently, the job of being a mother never ends. Apparently, it's very important also. Usually they don't. Well, I wasn't taught of it as saying father, mother. I was taught of it as saying mother, father. Literally, the mother always came first. She was like the first point of contact for her child, for her children. And if that first point of contact is not in alignment, we've got a problem. Because you can only be rearing your children in a wrong way, or not in the way they should go. Now, one might say, well, goddess, what is the way we should go? And I would say, well, thank you, my child. I've been waiting for you to ask me that question. There is a way. Let me finish reading what this says, the goddess, from her message here. Stay true and be in your power. Let us read that. And then I can share with you the rules and the regulations that take a lifetime to follow, but you should follow it for a lifetime. Every good mother has the same message to her children. It really doesn't change. Throughout the years, it fluctuates, but in essence, it's the same message for her children. If she is not showing you the way, all the way, then perhaps she needs to be shown the way. And there's a way for that as well. So listen to this music real quick. Let me grab my other reading glasses, babies. I came up here with my blue glasses. I need my reading glasses. Alright? So I'll be right back. Sitting here thinking, month after month after month, let your bill, let your bill, let your bill. Thermostat set. When it goes down below, it's supposed to automatically kick on. And I'm sitting here. I just went out to go grab my glasses. Why do I feel chilly in here? Why does the Mother Goddess feel chilly in her home? The temperature is supposed to regulate because that's how she set it up. And that's how she's paying for it to be that way. Big time, let me tell you. Yes, indeed. One day we'll all be free from paying for things that are actually free. The goddess, she is instrumental in helping to create electricity. I'm telling you right now, I never intended for someone to get rich off of it, and not my people, not all my children. I think for the sale of the electric that I helped create, I think at least the children should be taken care of with it. But no, someone didn't raise their children right. And then they didn't make sure to chastise them when they saw them going astray. Stay true and be in your power. Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of divinity, divine authority. Yes, indeed. Our Lord and Lady of divine authority. His name was Sar and Osset, the very first Holy Trinity family. The first on record, actually. But if you're asking the goddess, I say the sun and the moon. When those two come together and born, okay, stay true and be in your power. 165. Remember the title, stay true and be in your power. Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of divine authority. You are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within you. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you so choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is. And remember that you are a divine being. This has been the talk the whole time, so we are definitely in alignment. Your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is. And remember that you are a divine being. You are a divine being with spiritual authority. Okay, spiritual authority. Some of us feel like we don't have any authority. Our words don't really carry much. We're not free. to a level that we want to be, that is our birthright. We just are all realizing that the shackles, the physical shackles aren't there, but the mental shackles are. And if you start to expand your horizons, you should also find that there are physical shackles there. And on the earth, they look like uh, requirements. Like you can't go any place on the planet you want to without meeting requirements. To me, that's a violation of my birthright. Like I literally feel held back. And that's not cool. That's not cool. So let me finish reading. Stay true and be in your power. The flail and crook, often held by Osiris, are symbols of divine royalty and dominion. These symbols remind us that within we hold great dominion, spiritual authority, and freedom to be the sovereign ruler of our own selves. Now we could stop right there and feel the shackles, because we all know that we are not sovereign rulers of our own self. We are, but it only goes to a certain extent, okay? This does not mean that we have to control the life or lives of others or even the environment around us, but it does give us complete and utter choice to become as spiritually awake, free, and self-determined as we wish to be, as well as providing us with complete choice as to what our values and actions will be this lifetime. There's no permission required from anyone apart from yourself to be and live your truth. There are many voices that will test you on this journey of illusionary shackles of fear, loss, or abandonment that may hold you back or tempt you into giving your power away to others for fame, popularity, attention, whatever, uh, whatever ails them that seek this attention. Um, Loss or abandonment that may hold you back or tempt you into giving your power away to others. You shall awaken from the testing into the realization of spiritual independence within. That's a great segue. Spiritual independence. I have seen that a lot of my children do not have spiritual independence. And that's a serious problem. Because while your physical body has constraints and requirements to move upon this earth freely, your spiritual freedom, you should never feel like that can be jeopardized by anyone, because it can't. And see, it's all about you. And soon enough, you figure that out. I just celebrated my 53rd birthday on the 16th of November. And in my deep reflections, as it's a regular occurrence for me, I've lived many lives already within this lifetime, because I'm able to transform, kill, and rebirth something in myself every single day, all day long, actually. Especially with these many thoughts that come to mind. I am both birthing and rebirthing, and so should you. And if this is not happening, that too is a problem. but it's a problem you could solve with a little therapy. But everyone should be constantly elevating in their minds. The testing, it comes from others, but the biggest testing comes from within. Your mind testing you. uh, Testing of discernment to know. It's okay to say you have voices in your head speaking at different times and for different reasons, you know. But could you admit that it's all the same voice in essence? Is that something that you figured out yet? It's an interesting thing, discovering your own voice within. Many have been charged with giving away their power to others and attributing it to having multiple, I think they call it multiple personality disorder. I actually, maybe I shouldn't be, but I laugh at that because I find something so very normal about it. Um, Maybe some can manage it better than others, or when you talk to people, unlearned people about it, they could definitely lead you astray in that area and have you thinking that you're mentally unbalanced when it's not you per se, it's them. Has that ever happened to you? You're talking to someone that you deemed as being a little more mentally capable than you are, and as you're talking to them, you find, or this discovery happens for you, and you're like, hey, they don't know any more than I do. That, my friends, is a great discovery for some of us, a great big one. But as we come to a close, because I always work up an appetite every single time I sit down to my computer, I get hungry. I could have just eaten, but by the time I sit down to my computer, I am either thirsty or hungry. So I bring a little snack, a little something with me so that is no excuse to get up and do something other than what I like to do, which is talk in microphones. I love to hear the amplification of my voice. Don't you? It's very addicting, the microphone. Try it if you haven't. Okay, so our going out message from the goddess is, this one was on time. Miracles, miracles. The goddess is leaving you with many miracles. I'm sprinkling little fairy dust all over everybody right now. The goddess dust. It's golden and silver and platinum and titanium and copper. It's all in my dust. So now let me read this quick message for you from Goddess Ayazan. I've gotten this many times, so of course I should know it. I actually just opened up the page right to it. The Goddess Ayazan of Miracles. I leave this with you, my children. Many miracles for all of you. The temple of the high priestess. Goddess of miracles, Aizan, the place, Haiti, Haiti, as some say. Temple, once again, high priestesses, the element, bush. Mambo, priestess, Aizan. Mambo means priestess, okay? So Mambo, priestess, Aizan, is the wise Haitian Loa deity. She's queen of the market, queen of riches, queen of sacred initiations. Respect her as the highly venerated spirit of the first priestess. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That's deep. That's deep for me on a personal level. Wow. Okay. Aizan's guidance for her children moving forward is you are a magnet for miracles. You are a miracle. What if you truly allow yourself to believe? All things are possible. Dare to dream bigger. Claim you want miracles, but you taken, I'll believe it when I see it approach. What if you'll see it before you believe it? What if you will see it after you believe it? Believe that you deserve to be, do, and have the world you want for yourself. You can be your true self. Do what awakens your soul, your desires. This is life's miracle. If you haven't witnessed your miracle yet today, ask for it and then allow it in. And the goddess declaration for all her children is, my life is full of miracles. Ashe. That is so true, family. My life is full of miracles. I am actually a miracle. It's a preemie. So I was a miracle coming in. And I guarantee you, the goddess will be a miracle going out. But remember what she said. And you were told to respect her. Respect her wisdom. Because she's worthy. You can believe that. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. Be your authentic self. And don't let nobody tell you what your opinion should be, who you should support, what you support, what you think, and what you think not. You are your own boss at the end of the day. They might write your check, but you can decide to be the boss, to pay the cost at any price. And on that note, my babies, until the next time, Ashe.